Hello and welcome to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me for this quick look of Need for Speed Unbound is Chase Kinnicky. Are you ready to go fast?
I have a need for it, in fact.
I didn't think I had a Need for Speed any longer, but apparently I do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, what was the last Need for Speed game you played, and then what's the last Need for Speed game you enjoyed?
Oh man. The last one that I enjoyed was probably Underground. Maybe.
That's a long time ago, Bobby. Holy shit.
But I don't know how many I've played. I mean, probably like 360 era. Maybe I played one on PS4. But yeah, dude, this one came out of nowhere. So we're recording this on December 3rd. This game was announced 6 weeks ago, Chase, and it's already out.
Yeah, well, and also weirdly out. Like they told us it was coming in December. I think it was supposed to be December 2nd or 3rd, and then EA just said, fuck it, and they put it out here on November 29th, just a few days before it was actually supposed to come out, and just said, who cares? Throw it out there, and people are playing it.
Yeah, people are playing it, and people are liking it, myself being one of those folks. I think what I will say about Need for Speed, I feel like the last several years, they've had a hard time finding out their identity. Did they want to be an arcade game? Did they want to be a dramatic game? Did they want to be a serious game? And
also, like, who's been making it? It's been a lot of different teams, and once EA bought Criterion, the makers of Burnout and Burnout Paradise specifically, been working on these games. They worked on this one, but you're right, it has had an identity crisis. There are so many different kinds of Need for Speed games. There's the Hot Pursuit series that has the cops stuff in it. That's those are the games I liked. I remember on the original Xbox, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, that was my jam. I liked the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit remake that Criterion made, not remake, like a whole rebooted game series on the 360 era. Most Wanted tried to bring in some of the underground Need for Speed stuff that people liked while also having the cops. We've had Need for Speed Heat. I think was the one before this one. We've had a ton that have kind of tried to figure out, okay, are we going to lean into like super street racing graffiti underground stuff, or are we going to try to be like, there was Need for Speed Carbon, I think. There was also like a Need for Speed that was trying to play it straighter. Like, we're just like a normal racing game.
There was a Need for Speed movie.
There was a Need for Speed movie. There was a novelization of that movie.
Yeah.
Unbound kind of more or less came out of nowhere, especially for the Need for Speed cycle that we've seen.
Yeah.
And it's got this brand new look to it. Like the cars still look like the cars, but the characters have that kind of cell shady, like almost
Scanner darkly looking.
Scanner darkly, like maybe even a little anime inspired stuff to
absolutely.
them.
Anime and hip hop inspired for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like maybe a little VTuber-y kind of stuff in there too.
Well, like even with that, like the clothing selection, like they've got like name brand shit that you can like outfit your people in.
This seems like a game that is definitely trying to go for this younger, hipper audience, or at least the people who want to feel like that.
Yeah, I think that it's good. I think that they found an identity that really stands out. Like there's not another racing game out there right now that I feel is doing this. And quite frankly, the attitude that comes with it is very reminiscent of Burnout to me in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very different attitude than something like Forza Horizon, which is, let's all have fun at a festival of cars.
Yes.
And then it also feels very different from a Gran Turismo, which is we want to make love, sweet, sweet love to these vehicles that are the most important things ever made. Like this has a different attitude with it, and it kind of makes for its own. I mean, I think it can work in tandem with those other kinds of games, especially from the racing side, which is definitely going for a more arcadey Burnout style, being that it is developed by Criterion.
So, agree with all those things. Let me just give a quick rundown on a few things that you'll notice. you mentioned like the character creation. There's a lot you can do with the way that your character looks. They give everybody a model that you can start with, and you can start to tweak that from there. So really awesome style. Like I love what they're doing stylistically here. If I wanted to edit my model,
would you wear that jacket if you had it in real life?
I'd wear that jacket for sure. I can change my clothing throughout the game. Poses are usually happening after you race. So I'm a couple hours into it, Chase. This is just like I'm past like the overview. We're right now like some drama went down. Story seems to be pretty cool so far. I've gotten like the point now where I can own a car and like tweak its performance, not just its style.
Yeah, you got this. What is this? Like a late '90s Mitsubishi Eclipse?
Yep, late '90s Eclipse. You can change out all the things that you'd want to from performance or style, body kits.
I thought this was the coolest car at one time in my life.
Dude, I was really into tuner cars when I was in high school. One of my closest friends had this car. I had a Honda Prelude. He had a kit very similar to this kit on his car. It was a powder blue convertible Eclipse. It was awesome. I loved riding that car so much. But let me show you what it looks like, because there's a lot more to just the style of your character. There are a few things that you can look at. They don't necessarily do the persona. You have to do all these things, but you need to be doing some things to get to a qualifier. And every Saturday there's a qualifier that requires a different monetary buy-in. So we need to have 20K in the bank come Saturday to do this race. And there's going to be opportunities for us to win money throughout there. You can do free races where you get a lot less reward back. You can do other races that have a smaller buy-in and you get some of those. There's also certain cars that you're going to need for the Grand, which is the biggest racing event in Lakeshore. Lakeshore's just Chicago, by the way. And we'll go from there. So let me kick things off. You got this really cool map of events that you can go and check out. It'll let you know how many events are in each one, so this is like 2 B tier races and 2 A tier races. I only have a B tier car right now, so let's just grab this one here. Buy in $2,000. I've got that, and we'll exit the garage and go from there. I'm playing this on normal. Also, I think I'm playing this on PS5, and I think the graphics just look so good. Like it's a very pretty looking.
It is, and yet at the same time, I'm disappointed they didn't go full cell shading here. I mean,
yeah, look, you and I are big fans of Modelista.
Auto Modelista, man, what? I don't even think that game plays all that well, but it just looked. It had such an evocative look, and for them to say, I mean, I haven't read any interviews with the developers at Criterion, but they made character models that very much look like they belong in Auto Modelista. I haven't seen it on your car yet, but I know that there's like smoke or drifting stuff that happens that has kind of a more animated look in the smoke style stuff that comes on. Maybe it's not happening because it's raining or something, but like there are graphical touches in here that are definitely more of this cartoony, cell shady, awesome looking thing.
Yep.
And yet the rest of the game is, oh no, it's still like photorealistic real life stuff. And it's like, I mean, yeah, there we go. There's some anime shit. And I mean, this is a cool look. Don't get me wrong. This is a cool look. I wish they would have gone full Auto Modelista.
Yeah, we've talked about that game a few different times, and it's way up there for me as far as like when I think about that generation of games, and especially racing games. That one was it the best racing game? Probably not. Was it one of my
not?
Was it one of my favorites? Absolutely, yes.
Totally. Yep.
But I think the driving feels really good. This is going to feel a lot more like a Burnout. There's these events
it's
now
like a stickier feeling to the driving.
I'm still getting my footing with some of those things. Ew, shit, hit the wrong button. As I said,
I'm nosed in front of that cop.
I did. Fuck that cop. He can't get me.
He doesn't seem to care. But
Also,
the cops do chase you in this game. There is
Yeah.
definitely cop chasing going on.
And that's fun. Like that's really I like that they're doing that. They'll say like, "Hey, you got 3 cops chasing you right now. You need to lose all of them."
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Now, there's no option where you can be the cop, like in some
not that
other
I've
previous.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't seen that yet. There's some anime shit for you. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to this race, which you typically do when you go down to these like lower whacker area in Chicago.
Is there a cockpit view?
Let me see here. I have not. I know that you like that.
I've started to get into it. Yeah.
Let me see something here. Filter, decline, move camera. No, I don't think so, man. I think
Okay.
that's your horn. I can like look around my car, but I
Yeah.
can't do anything to change the view.
Okay. I'm good. I
so
don't think Burnout ever had that, so it doesn't surprise me that Criterion is not thinking about that viewpoint. I mean, it's a lot of extra work for only weird freaks like me.
You do get rivals, and you can see a little bit about them. They've got usually like a bit more of a personalized car. So we're gonna go into the event. Cash needed. Oh, maybe I don't have enough to do this one. I think I can do. Yeah, I'll do this one here. The corner key. I don't like that one. Let's do a free one. This is a pretty simple. Predicted results has me coming in 7th. I bet you I can come in 3rd. So I'm gonna bet that I can come in 3rd place.
Yeah, you can definitely beat Waru.
Look at this, man. I love the style of this game. It's so cool looking.
Yeah. Can you also get sweet anime girls on your hood?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can be a complete sicko.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I mean,
Can you be more of a sicko than that guy?
Yes. Like if you were the type of person that wanted to come in and add a bunch of time into like creating your own decals and stuff, like oh my god, Forza Horizon. Like
Yeah.
you can create all that shit.
I mostly like driving clean cars in Forza Horizon, but every once in a while, I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want some dumb graphics on the side of this car.
Absolutely.
Let's find the dumbest thing somebody's ever made and buy that.
Oh man, that was a rough corner there.
No rewind feature here.
No rewind.
Wow,
And also
that's bold in 2022.
my stock Eclipse here, not the best. This is my first time racing this car, by the way. I just got it before the quick look. I had a really slick.
Before that?
I had a Nissan, and I don't want to say why I don't have that Nissan any longer.
I have seen why you don't have that Nissan any longer, but yes, let's keep that a secret.
Shitty, right?
Yeah.
Final
I mean,
lap. I don't think I'm going to hit that 300 or that 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, so far you're coming in exactly where they thought you'd come in.
They must have known my skill more than I did. I love the flourishes, though.
Have you found the difficulty to be relatively challenging, or do you feel like you're
I think it
normally
is.
like if you had your bearings here, do you think you'd get number one no problem, or is
No.
this always a challenge?
I think that they have made it to where like the cars that I've had so far have been pretty underpowered. And it's one of those situations where get there, yes. Where I feel like I've not done great.
Yeah.
I came in 7th.
6th, bitch.
I got 6th place, bitch.
Oh, late 7th, sorry.
So I'm gonna retry this and see if I don't think I'll lose my side bet if I retry it.
Yeah, I mean, you scored a whole $100 there.
Yes. Based off the difficulty is when you get your retries. I think those reset when you go to your safe house. Also, your heat rating, based off of like doing races, usually after a race, the cops will chase you because you've increased your heat rating. But yeah, that's all fun and games.
There are difficulty sliders here, though, right?
Yes.
You could turn this challenge down if you wanted to.
And honestly, I probably will until I get a little bit better at my skills here, just because I feel like the economy of the game is really dependent upon like where you place. And
yeah, the economy stuff does seem weird. Like not that I'm out there street racing every weekend, but the idea that I have to spend $3,000 on a buy-in to get 5,000 if I win, like that's not good. That's not a good return on investment.
No, well, especially like you're racing against people that are like in a much better spot than you are when it comes to like their cars being tuned. Like this is literally like it's a stock ass Eclipse. Yeah. So
I mean, there's some NOS in there.
Yeah, I guess I should say that there is some NOS. Who am I to say that there's
yes, not? You have not tuned this thing out and bought a bunch of body kits and new engines and shit like that. Yeah.
Right. But it is fun, man. I really like the feel. It's got a good game feel to it. I really like more arcadey games than I like sim games. So like Burnout is probably one of my favorite driving games out there.
Yeah.
I
mean, they remastered the Hot Pursuit reboot that I was talking about, the one on 360. They remastered that a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't very long.
For current gen consoles. So, and that's one of my favorite feeling racing games. Just the way it has this game also has that kind of tap. You tap the brake, or I think there's also an option to tap the gas to start your drifts, and the drifts are easier to maintain, and it just feels better.
Yeah. So we finished the race. Gonna have the fuzz here coming after us, and they just basically throw you right into a high speed situation after you finish any race. So we're only being chased by one cop right now.
Yeah.
You can take them out, or you can dodge them.
Can these escalate? Okay, I guess they can escalate.
Yeah.
I see like another one starting to come up behind you.
Yep. So then I'll be like two cops. And as you can see up there, after a race, your earnings are at risk. And they stay at risk until you go back to your safe house.
I see. Okay.
So then I can pull that up.
This cash is hot.
Hot cash, baby. I've not had it too tight on like cops chasing me, but again, my last car was much better than this one, so it looks like they might be able to keep up with me a little bit more than what previously, like I was able to like get ahead of them pretty quick.
Well, you shook one.
Man, I like those flourishes a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good personality to it. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy pretty quickly here. Oh man, he's just staying right on my ass, isn't he?
You might have to go back and take him out a little.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. We lose him there.
Yeah, there you go. Nicely done.
Thanks. So we should be good. Then you get this escaping cooldown that happens. There's usually some pretty good like radio chatter that happens about that. So there we go. We escaped. And we can now route and grab a car. So this is the game, man. Like there's all kinds of stuff now that are happening in between it. Like these things popped up, those little checkpoints, that very Forza, you need to be going 100 miles an hour. When you go through that, you get the reward. There's drifting activities. There's different races.
There are billboards to like smash through. Have seen that as an option.
Yeah, and then I can do collectibles. I can do activities, events.
Can you fast travel to these races, or do you have to drive to them?
There's certain ones that I can travel to. I think I can go right to it from here. But yeah, I think we've talked about this on other things that we've done together, but like I come from a background where like I grew up in like a car show family where we used to like show cars, and I did it a little bit when I was younger. I've had a tuner car in my life, and not that I've ever been a racer, but I've always been into like body kits, custom detail, like all the shit that goes with it. I love that. Like, and this has made more of an impression on me. Like, I love Forza. Like, it's a very good game, man. Like, Forza Horizon's fantastic. but this has made a more positive impact on me out the gate than the last couple of those games have at the start.
Yeah, I mean, just the attitude this evokes, I think, is pretty strong. I have heard some people complain about the voice acting a little bit, that it feels a little...
It's forced, yes.
Yeah, forced is the right word, of like trying to include this kind of younger slang and just feeling a little off, feeling a little forced, like you said. But I think the rest of it, the clothing, the cars, the art that's coming off the cars, the graffiti style stuff, I think that's all feels pretty in line with this kind of attitude. Like it definitely has this Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift feeling to it.
Absolutely. And I think like early Fast and Furious movies, especially, like some of that's still here for it. But yeah, dude, like I'm really into what it's doing, and now that it's opened itself up and I know that like I can do more activities and I can start to really tune and collect cars. There's a lot of things here that I feel are working well for it. And I just got to say, if you would have put enjoying a Need for Speed game in 2022 on my list of things, I don't think that that's something that would have happened, man. Like it's a series I all but given up on.
Yeah, same here. Like I have the couple of Need for Speeds that I remember fondly. I did go back and play that remastered version of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. But yeah, this is I thought I was just a Forza Horizon guy at this point, and it's cool to see that I don't know if this is 100% there, but it feels like it's at least like 80% there, and that's a much better percentage than EA and Criterion have been getting lately on this series. So it's cool to see them going in the right direction. Also, what the fuck was that?
It looks like a Bear Camp Smash 5 bear collectibles. So I don't know what I need to.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to like ramp into that sign.
Yeah, you absolutely have to Smokey and the Bandit it from the other. Yeah.
I can't think of a better way to end this than going through a speed trap sign. Chase, I will also call out, as we're talking about this, like a year of surprise, especially like this close to the end of the year. Hang on, where's my...
I think you went too far to the left. Yeah, there you go. No, still too far to the left.
Where's it at? Is it over here? There it is. Okay, I see it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Let me just come back over here. What I was saying was, we did a quick look for Sonic Frontiers as well. And
yeah,
that is a game that I'm digging as well, but just surprising the hell out of me for what they are. Like I cannot get over.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. He kinda, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the billboard is broken. That's what matters.
We did it. We did
Pretty sure you should be wrapped around. Oh, you need to get that one too.
Which one?
Turn around. It was on the right side of the
hang on.
road.
Are you hungry?
I mean, a little bit.
You want a little chickie?
Yeah, little Pollos Hermanos. That one to your right. Yeah, there's a little jump.
Okay, I see it there.
Yeah, you gotta hit that.
All right, this game's continually getting better the more that we play it.
It's always a fun feature to jump through billboards. It's, they had it right in Burnout Paradise, and they continue to have it right here.
All right, I don't know if we're gonna have enough speed, Doc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close.
Did we get it?
No, you didn't.
Oh, we didn't get it, did we?
No, you were just underneath.
All right, one more try. More try.
Okay, one more try. We're gonna get this.
I can't.
I think you wanna start using your NOS as you're going up the ramp.
Yeah, I need to just build my NOS up. That's the other thing. You have to do like drifts, and you have to do.
Right.
So that should get me a little bit more. Yeah, we got some NOS now. Okay.
Yeah, feeling good.
Got some better speed.
Do it. No!
Still nothing? Okay, fine. We'll end it there.
You'll get it next time, I'm sure.
This is Need for Speed Unbound. I'm having a blast with it. If you enjoy it, and you're welcome, Chase. Thanks for hanging out. We play games like this Mondays and Fridays on twitch.tv/thecasualhour. We talk about games like this every Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. Central. And if you wanted to watch that live, you can definitely tune in on Twitch, or you can go to wherever you listen to your podcast and find every new episode Friday mornings. If you like this quick look, like and subscribe, because we do 2 of these a week, Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. This has been Need for Speed Unbound. I'm Bobby, joined by Chase. We are 2/3 of the casual hour. Thank you for hanging out. We hope that you have enjoyed yourselves. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care.